Welcome back to another apartment hunting in Da Nang. Today I'm showing you a range of apartments at different price points across the city. Whether you're a single bloke looking for a budget place or a retiree looking to live the higher life here in Vietnam, this video is going to tell you exactly how far your money is going to take you. Let's jump in.
When I'm looking at apartments, I always like to check out the area to see what amenities it offers and also get a general vibe of the neighbourhood.
Hey boys, we got coconuts and sugar cane. Hello. And this looks like a seafood restaurant, I think. There's a shooting range here. Is it not noisy?
It's not noisy.
Yeah, the shooting.
Second and chief floor, we can check maybe.
Yeah, let's check it out.
This is virtual reality gaming club. Walk on arena. This is, yeah, playing virtual reality.
This is a one-bedroom apartment?
Yes. One.
Yes. So you come in, you're basically in the living room.
A little bit out, but the most important thing here is the view.
Yeah, and I'm going to show the view in a second. The view is amazing. Let me just show the bedroom first. And it is a little bit of an older apartment. You've still got a massive king-size bed. I think that's actually bigger than a king-size. And wardrobe in the corner. Desk with what is probably one of the nicest views you're going to get in Da Nang. Look at that. Bit of a kind of small kitchen. I guess you'd even call that a kitchenette. Very tiny kitchen. But you do have an included rice cooker and all the pots and pans and bits and pieces that you need. And again, just the most stunning view out of the kitchen there. That is a washing machine outside. Really sizable balcony out the front. We're currently on the 8th floor. So if you're a bit concerned about the traffic because this is a busy road, you're kind of above most of it here. And we have got a vacant lot next door, but it doesn't look like there's any construction going on at the moment. These older bathrooms just have a lot more size. And look at that, it's even got a bathtub. Just way more spacious. And as a kind of above average height person, I would actually be able to stand under that shower. 17 million, which is about 640 US dollars. Prices are going absolutely bonkers here in Da Nang at the moment. You get way more bang for your buck when you rent something a little bit older. It's all in Chinese as well, look at that. I guess a lot of the clientele would be from China. And off the kitchen you've got the bathroom. Brand new, a little bit pokey, the shower's tiny. I think the shower you'd probably only fit one or two people. Yeah, I think that for me would not be high enough. I mean, you can see it's not built for tall people, and I'm only 6 foot, so yeah, already it's going to be limiting this one. Oh, and looking outside onto an alleyway, bit of construction there. So this is the one bed, yeah, king size bed. A big complaint that a lot of people have when they're renting small apartments in Vietnam is that the storage space is always limited. So in this place, you have got a bit of storage, brand new AC, which is good because you're not going to get any mold. And let's take a quick look at the balcony. I think this one is, I mean, I don't even know if we need to go outside there. Quite unusual. You've got the window into the hallway as well, which is a bit strange. Anyway, let's go check out the next one.
Later on in this video, I will tour one of the most luxurious condos in Da Nang, so stick around so you don't miss that.
It is another beautiful day here in Da Nang. The temperature is about 33 degrees. In the dry season, that doesn't really mean 33 degrees. The real feel is always about kind of 7, 8, sometimes 9 or 10 degrees higher than that. So while it says it's 33 degrees, it actually feels like it's about 41, 42 today. And this is the second shower. Looking over to the Sontra Peninsula over there. You will find that sometimes with new Vietnamese builds is that there's, in a lot of cases, kind of wasted space where they haven't really thought about the best layout necessarily before they build it, and then you end up with kind of small sections like this little courtyard here, which is not really that usable. The different units on each floor kind of have a different layout, so it's not like you have a set layout for a single 1 bed or a 2 bed. It really depends on what kind of corner of the building you're on.
So how much were these brand new apartments? The 1 bed was 18 million or 684 US dollars, and the 2 bed was a whopping $1,064. There was a rooftop with a little veggie garden, as well as a bar which doubled as a co-working space. Not to mention a convenience store downstairs, which would have actually been pretty handy. But overall, this place had way too many weird and impractical design quirks. Top of the list being this swimming pool on the road.
I thought it was just for the lobby, like for like decoration.
Anyway, things would only get better from here, as the lads had a couple of great value new builds on the cards with much better designs and views. If you like these apartment hunting videos, hit the like button. It's the best way for me to know what my audience wants to see more of. And if you don't, drop a comment and tell me what I can improve. I read and reply to all of them.
If you're a fan of Gladiator, this is definitely going to be one for you.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
So this is the noise in the middle of the day. Yeah, quite a nice view on this one too. Look at that. Maybe the only small downside is that the balcony is quite narrow, so not really a lot of space to comfortably sit. So even with the sliding door open, it's not too bad. And yeah, almost when it's closed, I mean, you can't really hear anything. Gas is pretty much unheard of in Vietnam, so it's pretty much always going to be an electric hob. This, on the other hand, is only something you'll see in new builds. Quite a sizable sink. So there's a few things that you're always going to want to check when you're touring properties in Vietnam. One thing, of course, is the water pressure. Another thing, as you would have seen today, is the height of the shower. This one seems okay. I shouldn't have stepped in here because it's fuck. Personally, I think this is much nicer than that first new build that we saw. Way better layout. Got a table with a beautiful view and a tinted window, so it's not going to get too hot while you're getting a bit of work done. that's a cool feature.
Yeah.
Got storage up here as well. And that's the air conditioner?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So the AC is actually behind a cupboard type thing, which is going to be awesome, not just because it looks way nicer, but you're actually going to prevent getting air directly in your face. Can see a few cobwebs up there already. It's unavoidable. In Vietnam, you're always going to get in the corners little insects and stuff keeping you company. How much was this one, dude?
This one is 16.5.
16.5.
Yeah.
I think it's really well thought out here. You've got more storage for your laundry stuff, brand new washer.
The owner allow for pets. Too much new apartment that they allow for pets.
The Viets do such a great job with their cafes. Really go in for the atmosphere and the general vibes, and there's just so many of them in Da Nang. It's such a great place to enjoy cafe culture. So if you love coffee, then there really isn't many better cities in the world to come and live. This area is a lot more suburban. There's a lot more kind of houses and proper bits of land, in addition to a lot of new builds, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more, I don't know, calm, a little bit more peaceful down here. I definitely like this area. Ciao. On all the other properties we've showed you today, you've been parking your bikes in a basement. In this particular property, you just park your bike in the front of the building here. We're actually only a kilometre away from that last place we saw, so still in the same neighbourhood. Yeah, one downside here is off the back you are kind of looking into another building very close. I could probably touch that, actually. Yes, I can. Gives you an idea of how close it is. And this is in the kitchen. We'll approach that from the inside. Yeah, you got a vacant lot down there. Now, I've talked about that in a few of my previous videos as well. You don't really want to be too close to vacant lots if it's avoidable, because people, as you can see there with the charring on the ground, people just use it also to burn their stuff. So people just come and just burn a bunch of shit there, which means your place is gonna start smelling like plastic. Got the kitchen here. I probably wouldn't say that's the nicest kitchen we've seen today, but again, a lot of storage for your pots and pans and plates. But yeah, quite small. Microwave and just a single burner hob with a hood. I think if you like to cook a lot of food, this place might not be as suitable. Got a washer and a dryer in this place. That's unusual. And yeah, the access to the balcony as well. Again, full-size fridge and freezer. Someone's already had takeaway. The living room and kitchen are definitely big enough for two people. Seems a bit more spacious, this one. Got an AC in the living room there as well. If you haven't already, guys, drop a comment and let me know which is your favorite apartment so far. I think this one is a contender, definitely. A lot of the marble here also comes from the marble mountains. So a lot of this local materials are used in building these properties, which is great because, well, firstly, the quality is amazing, and also it kind of just supports the local industry and the local economy a bit. You've told me the range of prices. Does this always apply, or is it negotiable if my audience wants to say rent during the wet season, or if they rent for a year?
Because this is the high season in Danang City, price is upping.
Yeah.
Yes. If this one is 18
Yeah.
in the summer, and maybe when it comes to the wet season, maybe it will become like about 15. For long term, of course, that maybe we can ask the owner for negotiation.
So we're just a couple of minutes away from that last apartment, and there are loads of barbecue spots and bars on the front here. If you haven't done Vietnamese barbecue before, it's an experience and I highly recommend it. I'm at Panoma 1, which is a pretty famous luxury building here in Da Nang, and I'm just waiting on the agent to come and let me in. This is going to be the kind of upper end of what you're going to be able to find in Da Nang in terms of luxury and also in terms of price. So if you got some money to splash, these next properties might be for you.
The agent was running a little late, so I stepped into Jeremy's bakery to grab a donut. This place does incredible cakes and brekkie, and this location was brand new. Also had a good place to sit and get some work done.
Z and Tom. I'm Tom. Nice to meet you guys. Interestingly enough, you see that almost the same exact sinks and like backsplashes in all the new apartments here. So even that you are paying significantly more money to live in this building, and I will share the price in a minute, really you're kind of getting similar quality. So this is a 1-bedroom, but you've got an additional kind of bunk bed setup here in the kind of hallway, which is quite unusual. I'll show you the main bedroom in a second. It has got a pretty specky view. Yeah, kind of bathroom is pretty standard. What do you guys think? I mean, it hasn't even got a rain shower. Look at that. Let's go see the 1 bed. Okay, that is a pretty stunning view. A bit dirty on a bit grubby, isn't it? On the side of the windows. Definitely needs a clean. I think if I was living here and paying the amount that I'd be paying to rent this apartment, I would want that to be very clean. Anyway, it doesn't take away from the view you've got of the river and the ocean. You have got almost the identical built-in kind of wardrobe and storage unit as we saw in that last place. Plenty of storage. I don't know if this place is rented, so I don't know if I wanna, oh no, there's nothing here. Okay, it's vacant. And you've got a little desk set up there. Interestingly enough, this bed is only a queen size. Ooh, definitely a lot windier when you get higher up. Now you can see that there is a very busy road just down there that goes all the way through the Marble Mountains down to Hoi An. Now this highway is obviously very busy and would normally be quite noisy, but we are 17 floors up right now, so with the insulation on the glass that you have with these large sliding doors, you can't hear a thing.
It's 24 including internet.
Before I show you the most expensive apartment of the tour, I'll quickly show you the amenities.
Oh, they've got a little Muay Thai ring. There's the sauna. Yeah, it's in use, so I can't really show you that now. Last but not least, we're going to check out the gym. How you going, fellas? Pretty standard. Not bad for an apartment gym, actually. Why is it two separate spaces, the gym?
We've got one for school one and one for the machine.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, free weights and machines.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, mate.
Despite being a luxury apartment condominium, the amenities are an extra cost to use. My guide Nee will give you the numbers.
That will be before you come, and I have a discount for you.
How much is the discount?
It's 6 million.
That's actually not too bad for a year, to be honest. But that's only if you're living in the apartment, right?
Oh, yes.
On the 29th floor, this 2-bedroom apartment was by far the nicest one I saw today.
Floor to ceiling mirror. And of course, as you would expect, a lot of storage. Yeah, much like with the other apartment, the windows look a bit grubby. Okay, let's see if this bathroom is a bit nicer. You've got the rain shower. You've also got a bathtub, which looks like it's a single piece of, no, that's plastic. I thought that was stone for a second there, or marble or something, but it's just plastic. So this is one of the first dining tables that we've seen in the properties today that actually has more than 2 seats. So you could actually have some people over and do a bit of entertaining. And at a price point of 45 million, you want to be able to have some people over. And I think this kitchen as well, the size of it, it does allow you to prepare more food. Is it worth the price point?
I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Personally, I think we saw better ones for lower price points today. For the next episode of Apartment Hunting in Da Nang, I'm touring a studio and 2-bed in Panoma 2, which is the sister complex to Panoma 1, in addition to more budget and mid-range properties. Subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already.
If you want to see some other apartment hunting videos, then check out this one here and this one here, both which contain slightly lower budget properties. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.